Alright, I wanted to start off by saying I'm pretty much a casual boxing fan. You know, my main sport is MMA. The UFC in particular, that's what I focus on. Like, there's only a few guys that I pay attention to in boxing. Uh, Tyson Fury, uh, Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua, that heavyweight trio. Other than that, Ryan Garcia. I can't wait to, these are guys I can't wait to see fight. And another guy, I mean, I try to, I don't pay as much attention as I want to Terrence Crawford, but I like watching him fight. And obviously the other guy that I like watching fight is Vasil Lomachenko. So, watching the fight night in Abu Dhabi, or well, looking for it on ESPN Plus, I saw that Lomachenko had a fight last night. I didn't know about it until last night, so it was like, yeah, definitely after the fight card, I'm definitely gonna watch that fight. And I did. I just got finished watching it, and you know, first time ever, he got a lot. He lost, and he got shut down. He got shut down in the early rounds by, I had his name. I swear I had it. Telefimo Lopez. I hope I said his name right. If not, correct me in the comments. Him and his team shut Lomachenko down in the early rounds. Everything that Lomachenko's known for, the way that he takes angles, that was taken from him. A couple of times Lomachenko he got that step pivot, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it. Like, he wasn't ever able to capitalize on it. It was only in the later rounds when he had to be active, where he knew he had to be active, where he, he did his best work because he had to be active because he was losing the fight. And ultimately, the right decision was made at the end of the fight. It was a good fight, especially towards the later rounds, from like 7 through 12, best rounds of the fight. Like I said, the early rounds dominant. The early rounds, they were pretty dominant in terms of like how boxing is scored. They were pretty dominant for Lopez. And then I watched a little bit of the press conference. Lopez's father had Lomachenko's style down to a science. He knew. Sun Tzu always said, if you know yourself, you know your enemy. You need not fear the result of 100 battles, and that was a case. That was definitely a case for that. He knew his son. He knew Lomachenko, and they came up with the perfect game plan. Also, it was a little eye-opening about, some of the business deals that boxing does. Like the fact that they made him sign a contract to a no clause for a rematch. That if it wasn't okay, so if it turned out the other way, if Lomachenko won and it was a close fight all the way, and it was pretty close in the later rounds, but ultimately Lopez took over. But let's say if it was the other way around. Let's say Lomachenko was getting the most of those exchanges in the later rounds, and he came out the winner. And it was a close, still as a pretty close fight, went the distance. You know, Lopez would have done enough to deserve a rematch, right? But according to that contract, he wouldn't have got it. Like, he had to win this fight, and that's exactly what he did. And I think it's right what him and his father said. They're not interested in a rematch, and I think it's right for them to voice that opinion because of that crap there. But yeah, I mean, they had Lomachenko's mindset, his style, his tactics, everything down to a science. Another thing I didn't know about Lopez too is, yeah, he was born and raised in Brooklyn, but he's a resident of Jonesboro, Arkansas. That's like a half hour away from where I live. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to know that the guy who everyone was calling the best lives like a half hour away from me. That's awesome. It was, all in all, it was a good fight. And the better man won last night. And yeah, I'm glad I watched it. Let me know in the comments how you think the fight went. If you agreed with the decision or whatever. If you like this video, hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, you like this content, share it. And like I said, subscribe. See what else I got. Till next time, we'll see you.